All over the place. Give it for very talented Richard Happel, everybody.
Let's keep it going for me! I just got off the train to get here. I grew up in Long Island. I grew up in the very wealthy, very Jewish suburbs of Long Island. I was picked on a lot for not having a lot of money growing up, but that's not really too special. A lot of people get picked on for that. I was also picked on for not being Jewish, which I think I'm the only person that has ever happened to. I'd be in the playground, a kid would shove me, be like, "Where's Santa Claus to save you now?" Like, that's not in his job description, Steinstein. So why don't you calm your curls for a second? I've been watching a lot of 90s TV shows recently, which is a lie I tell to set this joke up. And as I'm watching these shows, I realized how bad the acting was back then. My favorite show is Saved by the Bell. I don't know if anyone knows. Love it, love it. I was recently watching an episode. The theme of the episode was ancestry. All the characters are sitting around the table and they were talking about each of their ancestry. When it got to, yes, you also watched it. I'm about to tell a joke about it. I'm very close. When it got to Lisa Turtle, who's the black character, she said, "My ancestors were slaves." And everyone else went, maybe it's just me, but if a black person tells you their ancestors were slaves, is a gasp the right response to have to that? This is what should have happened. She should have said, "My ancestors were slaves," and everyone else should have went, "Yeah." That seems accurate. And that's the episode. Roll the credits right after that. Or she could have said, "My ancestors are slaves," and everyone else could have went, and then the whole episode's about white guilt. No, I'm sorry, that was offensive. I took it too far. I've been watching a lot of Glee also, which is not a lie. I tell the censors, it should be a lie. It's not a lie. Here's my problem with Glee. I was in high school when Glee was huge, when it was really big. I don't know what high school this show is based on, but it is not an accurate portrayal of what high school is like for my generation. Like, let's say I just broke up with my girlfriend. In the Glee world, my friend would come up to me and be like, "Hey, Rich, what's wrong?" Like, I just broke up with my girlfriend. "Oh, you know what can help with that? Coming with me to the chorus room to sing all of Enrique Iglesias' greatest hits. While we travel on over there." That's not what happens. Because in reality, what happens is I'll be in the lunchroom, my friend will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, I just broke up with my girlfriend. Like, "Oh, you know what could help with that? Not being a faggot." Problem solved, we just move on with the rest of our day. There's no singing. It's over. Are you finished? I was gonna move on to the next one. Okay. Now the main guy in Glee, he died. The guy who was on the football team, he died of a heroin overdose. And that's sad to hear. A lot of people, they're under the spotlight, feel like they're under a lot of pressure, and they take these recreational drugs, and they overdose. Then it came out, he's been doing heroin for 15 years. What? If you've been doing heroin for 15 years, you should be pretty good at doing heroin. Oh, I'm sorry, that's inaccurate. No. Of course not. That's like me putting too much mustard on a hot dog. But with like much more serious repercussions. I go to school upstate. I'm a college student. I go to a school in the city of Cortland. I don't know if Does everyone know where my friends are sitting right now? You all right? Now, you might have heard of Cortland because they have their own species of apple, the Cortland apple. You might have also heard of Cortland because it's the city with the highest incest rate in the United States of America. Now, I don't have a problem with that because to each his own. But why is that a statistic our government is regulating? That means people we elected made a census, mailed it out, and then people answered it honestly. Have I ever had sexual intercourse with a parent or sibling? Is this for the past year or in general? Either way, I'm gonna check yes. I'm gonna end you guys with this. It's a quote from my favorite actor, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it goes, "Is this good heroin?" All right, that's my time. Thank you very much.